My wife's side piece showed up with her to kick me out, but I ripped that homewrecker's clothes clean off. Then I made sure my wife looked like a total mess, too red-faced and frazzled. Then I pulled out my phone and snapped a pic of both of them together. Hey babe, you really want people finding out about your little affair? See, I transmigrated into this world as a Sigma, and I figured I'd just roll with the original guy's pushover personality. Sign the divorce papers and walk away from these two losers. Start fresh, but then the little girl looked up at me with those sad eyes and said, Daddy, can I come with you? And just like that, I froze. Right then my wife Lily was glaring at me and snapped, Hey Marcus, you sober yet or what? We already talked this through. Are you gonna sign the divorce papers or not? The guy standing next to her, Kyle, took the chance to pile on, Hey Marcus, give it up already. Lily, put up with your sorry ass for 5 years, man, just let her go. Hold on, I shook my head, trying to scroll through the memories playing in my head, alright? Stop stalling, Lily said in a low, firm voice. Sophie stays with me, she won't slow you down from finding someone new. And honestly, with what you bring to the table, you can't give her a better life anyway. Sophie. I glanced over at the little girl standing beside them and my jaw dropped. She was adorable. Marcus, seriously? Kyle scoffed. What is wrong with you? It's just a divorce. Look at you acting all dramatic if I hadn't gone abroad back then. Would Lily have ever ended up with you, Kyle? Lily shot him a sharp look. You and I are nothing. You need to stop running your mouth in front of my daughter. I stared at both of them wide-eyed as some foggy memories started coming back to me. Lily, my wife Sophie. My daughter and Kyle, my old college buddy who never knew when to quit. All right, Marcus, here signing the divorce papers. I looked over the papers in front of me, read them carefully 3 times, signed my name, then slid the papers forward. 2 copies, Miss Lou, go ahead and sign your name. Lily and Kyle just stared at each other. Wasn't this guy begging not to get divorced just 2 days ago? Why the sudden change of heart and what was with the Ms. Lou thing? By the way, Ms. Lou, we just signed the agreement. Would tomorrow morning at 9 work for you? We can head to the courthouse and make it official, I said politely. As you probably know, there's a 30-day cooling off period, but since we have the agreement, you are free to do whatever you want. In the meantime, it won't affect anything. Lily instinctively reached out to touch my forehead, but I stepped back. Ms. Lou, please keep your distance, I said with a slight smile. We have technically signed the divorce agreement, so technically speaking, we are no longer husband and wife. So let's keep things professional. Marcus, quit the act, Kyle said with disdain. Lily is gonna be so much better off without you. I totally agree, so go ahead and sign the papers already. I nodded with a smile at that, and Lily looked at me. Her expression softening a little as she said, Marcus, if you don't want to sign, I can give you more time. I know this is hard to take in. No, Ms. Lou, this is actually pretty easy to accept. I pulled out a cigarette, lit it, and laughed softly. They say it is better to go your separate ways than to stay together out of obligation. These past few years with you, I genuinely had a good time. Thank you for everything you put into this family, I said, and out of habit reached out my hand. About to go for a handshake, but then I caught the looks on Lily and Kyle's faces, and that little peanut shocked expression, and I quietly pulled my hand back. Man, old habits die hard. Lily stared at me, gritted her teeth, and signed her name, thank you. I clapped my hands together sincerely. My place is a little messy, so I won't be able to have you all stay for dinner. I need to tidy up a bit. Oh, and Ms. Lou, you have my number, right? Please be on time for the courthouse tomorrow. I will be there early waiting for you, and do not forget your ID, birth certificate, and marriage certificate. The line gets brutal if you are missing anything, Marcus. You really want to divorce me that badly? Lily said through gritted teeth. That caught both me and Kyle completely off guard, and we went dead silent. Kyle snapped out of it first and said urgently, Lily, you are the one who wanted this divorce. Remember, do not go soft on him now. Right, exactly, I chimed in. Ms. Lou, it takes real courage to go through with a divorce, and I know this is a decision you thought through carefully. You are a classy person, dragging it out would just get messy. All right, tomorrow at 9, I'll be at the courthouse waiting for you. Lily took a deep breath, grabbed her bags, took the little girl by the hand, and headed for the door. Kyle eagerly moved to open it for her. But just then, the little girl broke free and ran over, throwing her arms around my neck. Daddy, can I come with you? I lived 30 years in my last life. I thought I had seen everything, but this was a first for me. I stood there frozen for a solid 3 seconds before I gently unhooked her little arms from my neck. Man, this kid is seriously adorable, I thought to myself. Then I smiled at Sophie and said, Sweetie, you will have a better life with your mom. I do not want to, I want to stay with Daddy. Sophie let tears stream down her little face and lunged to hug me again, but I was too quick, I sidestepped her, and she stumbled forward, grabbing air. Sophie, knock it off. Lily said firmly, the apartment is already taken care of. Once we get settled, I will find you a new preschool, and we will start our new life together, that's right. Kyle jumped in trying to help Sophie, do not worry. I will get you into the best preschool, and I will have someone drop you off and pick you up every day. Sophie tuned them both out. She just wiped the corner of her eye, looked straight at me and said, Daddy, you do not want me anymore, do you, Daddy? I winced inside. Who taught her to call me that? Could she not just call me Pop or old man like a normal kid, but it hit me differently? Damn, it felt like a piece of my heart just went missing. You do not want me, is that right? Sophie asked again, and I stayed quiet. This little girl had absolutely wrecked me, but the truth was I barely even knew her. Okay, I get it. Sophie wiped her eyes, then walked over and hugged me. Daddy, when I'm not around, make sure you eat your meals and lay off the drinking. Do not just bury yourself in work, and if you miss me, come visit. I will save up all my allowance and buy you new clothes.